Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to Sleepy Hollow in Cities Skylines 2. Something massive must have happened because we got a huge traffic jam right over here, and that is a collision or an accident with multiple vehicles involved. Like, we have a car over here, we have cars over here, we have a lot of devastation here in the center. There's already the police and also my ambulances at work, and as you can see, it's just crazy down here, right? And really, I would have loved to see what actually happened here. There's also some burning car down here. Probably must have been something pretty big because so many cars are involved. Of course, this is causing already some backslash over here now with the traffic jam, but I think so far it's fine. Some of them are actually turning around, which is also interesting. It seems like this whole road here is blocked completely and the vehicles just turn around then as well. I love this. This is a very nice detail of what can happen in your city, especially during rush hour that is almost upon us now. It's 7 o'clock in the morning right now. The sun should be coming up soon in Sleepy Hollow. Just also looking really nice, the city, right? During nighttime, especially there, the lighting and the snow-covered mountains. Beautiful overall. Now, what's not so beautiful about this city right now is the garbage problem. I would like to tackle this once more real quick. Oh, there it is. Just makes it poof, really. Didn't even see it rising. And once again, I would like to work on something else now, and that is the landfill. Some of you have been pointing this out. I could try and use the landfill. I mean, theoretically, it shouldn't really do that much of a difference. The processing capacity is only 0.5 per month, but we can have huge storages of garbage with that, right? And the incineration plant is probably then just, kind of like burning it, something like that. For the landfill, of course, we should have them a bit further outside. I really don't want to have landfills too close to my city. So we can try to have the first one somewhere here in my farming area then, where you basically go ahead and create these massive areas of waste that you can then have in your city piling up more or less. So let's make the first one here, and as you can see, we can already store a lot. With one landfill, you can actually store up to 2,000, 3,000 tons of waste. So this one here is now 2,000 tons, and it's not even fully utilized, right? So we are not really using the other side there too. With this one here, 2,000 we have. We can add then the garbage truck depots once again to it. We can also add a waste recycling unit. This is reducing the ground pollution of it. Unfortunately, it does not increase the processing speed. And we can add more hazardous waste collection so that we can also further reduce the ground pollution and also increase the processing capacity, but only by 1 ton per month. So this is completely useless actually to me. Let's not build it now. So this is one. It's storing 2,000 tons of waste. Let's have a look at this one here. An incineration plant is storing 900 tons of waste, and a recycling unit is actually only storing 50 tons of waste. So in that case, perhaps this might be something to relieve my waste problem just for the time being, because honestly, it's pretty catastrophic at this point. I still don't really have a solution to that, in all honesty. Now we are looking at a rising city. I would like to have another landfill probably somewhere out here by my train depots. This is then working for the northern district of what we have, and I could actually get it a bit further out here, right, so that we can have that waste a bit all around it, a bit all encompassing it, the building that we have. So there we can make the connection. The thing is, we do need to make a connection also to these entrances there, which in return actually I think does not allow me now to use it all around it. It's a shame. Just try it. Yeah, I mean, we can get it all the way down here, right? And then also all the way up here. So this will store a few more tons of garbage. Something like that. We're now looking at 2,000 tons already. And I might just get it all the way over here. Now we have 2,800. 3,000 tons. All right, so some 3,000 tons. It's looking really strange. The problem is I can create a new node here. All right. This, of course, works out then, right? So we can kind of like make it sure that it actually gets to this point here. And then we can also create a new node here. And then we have this monster here. Let's also add some processing to this once more, right? But overall, I mean, this is now what? This is 3,500 tons that you can now collect with this. Looking really massive. This is going to be smelly at best. And yeah, a bit further away from the city itself. Hopefully we still get lots of garbage trucks now. There they are, already coming out. And yeah, collecting. We do kind of like really need to work on this problem. It's out of control at this point. Beside the landfill, we could then also have the recycling center. Yeah, one down here basically that is a bit closer, and also working on the problem. And then, I don't know, incineration plants, I don't like the idea of them, and I really don't like to have more pollution in my city, so I'm not doing this for now. Some additional storage extension here for my recycling center, and then also some more garbage vehicles, and that really should be it. I don't want to have more than that working for now. Yeah, these are three more massive buildings, and we're still not even halfway there, right? So of course, landfill capacity is now at 5,600 tons. We are producing 300 tons per month, so this should actually solve the problem for a while. However, we still don't have any other way of actually processing the garbage. Perhaps there is a way of actually exporting garbage outside to my neighbors, because, you know, garbage industry is actually pretty big nowadays. Unfortunately, there's also nothing like that we can see like that. So hopefully this gets somehow fixed, because I think, I'm pretty sure at this point it is a bit broken for the moment. It can't be right that I need to actually process that much waste per month. Now, looking at the city itself, we have our nuclear power plant there, shimmering in the sun, beautiful. Really, this is now producing me more and more electricity, right? So electricity wise, we're actually looking pretty fine now, and we should be for the time being. Looking at my latest district over here, we have a pretty high commercial demand. So let's just, yeah, add some 2 more blocks of commercials here, and also here. We don't need to have offices everywhere, right? So we can also just have huge commercial districts. They're also leveling up by themselves, so this is also fine, adding more capacity than the higher tier they have. There is another upgrade, so this should all be nice and dandy for the time being as well, so that we keep this in check. I'm not going to add any more low density housing for now. I don't think that this would help out. Now for this crossing that we have here, for this junction, we do have a bit of a traffic jam right now coming from the other district, right? I mean, there is a lot of traffic as we can see, but it's not too much yet. And still we have this traffic jam here. In that case, it's definitely because we only use one lane right now. Now there is no option for me to dedicate lanes directly, like in the previous game with the traffic president manager. In this case here, what we can still do is we can add an asymmetric road to this area, and out of the 6 lanes that we have, we just make 4 lanes on one side and 3 lanes on the other. I think it would actually just work out like that, right? Yeah, we do get 2 additional lanes if I add it now. You can see this, they're adjusting immediately. We didn't even lose anything. As far as I can see, the pathway, the pavement just got a bit narrow, but that's it, right? We have now 4 lanes here, and that's 2 lanes dedicated to the right side, and that leads to a much better traffic flow. I could watch the traffic all day, by the way. It is so beautiful to watch in Cities Skylines 2, because it's way more realistic than before, and it's just fun, yeah? Next up, I would actually like to tackle this cozy highway that we have that leads to the mountain village over here, right? There is basically, yeah, no traffic really on this one, as you can see. So what we can do, actually, we don't need this highway here. We can go ahead and just make it a normal road, probably 4 tiles, right? That just goes then all the way over here. And with that, we add more space now for city building. And I would probably like to add it all the way then up here along the river, all the way to that side there. And with that, we can also have, yeah, probably this road here, make the connection now. So we have it over there. And by the way, these stutters that you can see in between, that's autosave. That's working its magic. So it's saving the game automatically every 5 minutes, right? Oh, this is not looking ideal. We probably will need to redo this based on the contour lines, but it's not looking so bad overall. I think this should be fine without any tunnel. Yeah, there you go. It was a bit strange that there was a tunnel needed. Right, and then we have probably just some smaller road here that we can have then along the main road. Just here, that's probably some area that I would say, okay, some single home families would be fine. Let's have a look at the noise pollution. It's not really out there. There's also no ground pollution and almost no air pollution. So this industry is not so bad. It's of course not looking ideal to have something like this right beside your garden, but other than that, it's fine. There has to be room for everyone, and yeah, there's definitely people that would like to live here. So let's just go ahead and make this one a full row of single home family houses, and also here probably just along this road there, right? We need it. We need the space for these guys, and then probably also here we can add a few more of them, just so that I can reduce demand a bit, even though it's not primarily for demand reduction. Is also of course to create more homes around the city itself, and probably then also some low commercial zone, because that is still important. Then there's still a demand for it along this road here, and also probably a bit further up there, closer to the industry, so the workers can also purchase stuff from time to time. And then probably also, oh wait a second, now that should be fine. The only thing I should make sure before actually someone builds here is that we soften the whole area once more. What we can actually do, yep, create a bit of a plateau going in here, right? So that we, ooh, nah, that's steep. That's actually pretty steep. So my idea was to actually flatten this area, right? So that this is kind of like on one level. Here it gets tricky then, so there we definitely will have to have some slope. And I might actually consider not building anything there at all. So for now, this area here should probably not be built. It would create some very messy style. Alright, also the city has grown in the meantime all the way to the American football field that we have over here. And this field is actually creating some problem for me. So let's move it away a bit. Up here it looks much better. And because big buildings really tend to mess around with the terrain a bit too much, in my opinion. So what we can do here is, let's try and make this one equal to that side there, fill it up a bit on the road, right? Or we actually just remove the road altogether. Might also be a solution. Yep, let's actually remove this for the moment. I don't have a public transportation here, because we are still missing another very important building, right? That we have actually researched. Let's go ahead and just create here another junction. This is not possible for some reason. Now this is possible, right? And out of this block here, we do get now a special road that probably comes out of this one all the way to that side. That's 4 tiles, so we should be able to squeeze in some smaller park here. Perfect. That I would definitely like to have. One here, and up at the snapping, and one here, please, looking towards the road. That's fine, I guess. Yeah, this would be fine. Just along the road here. And also probably something longer in between. We don't have that many options for parks, but still. Some options should be there, like this. Some parks should be there. So if we build it like that, does it have a road connection? I hope so. It does have a road connection, but it looks a bit janky, so this doesn't look very good, right? But just so that we have this area available, because there's going to be a huge building now, and that's the medical university. For this, before I built the medical university, we still need to increase the plateau area here, because it's a huge building. Trust me, it's going to be a huge building, and we need definitely some terraforming just for it. Let's just have a look at it. That's the one, right? Oh my goodness. It's going to create some problems for us, I think. Let's build it first. 3,000 experience points we get out of it. Poof. We also get a farmer special signature building out of this. Perfect. And there we have it for the moment. It's huge, it's monumentous, and it's very long, right? This is a problem, of course. Let's see if we can make it work here. I hope we can. It would be a shame if not. Right, so we create here some path around it. Here we can actually get rid of this slope now. Same goes with this area. That's not looking so bad. We will want to have the road all the way to the other side as well. The same goes with this one. Right. Unfortunately, it does need the road just here. This is problematic. So let's try to get rid of this one again. And then we build the road right next to it, all the way up to this point, and all the way here to that point. So we don't need those areas there, right? So just the road really that makes a connection. Right, so not so bad. I mean, once again, you get parks with it already, right? So this really massive and beautiful building is already coming with huge parks next to it that are now growing, right? So there's going to be huge trees here all around it. So to me, it doesn't make sense to add more parks around it. We already have the front here that we can still decorate, and of course we'll decorate. And we have this area here, so there's going to be a nasty slope there for sure. That I think is going to be fine though. So let's just create a slope right now. We might just try to use the low density housing that we have. And I think we're going to just have the 3 tiles here. Let's just see how the slope is looking. Alright, coming along. So what I will do instead is, actually let's get rid of this again. Oops, we just deleted the skyscraper there too. It doesn't matter, it will pop again. Let's just get rid of all of this once more. And actually create us a... right next to the road. There is another slope, right? So what we can do and what I would like to do is actually that the road has the slope next to it. This makes sense to me. Unfortunately, what doesn't make sense to me is how we actually can create some barrier there, right? If I build it up here, unfortunately, it doesn't create it for me. Right, and if I delete that road again or that pavement, you immediately lose it. So we're going to keep it like that for the moment. Hooray, there we have it, finally. So with the concrete, you need to build the road after doing the terraforming, and then it appears sometimes, not always though. I would love to have an option here to add a key more or less than right away. And here it has the same slope then again as the road that we already have, and this one moves then just up here without any zone snapping though, please. So we need to build those houses here first before I can do anything else. And there we have some commercials that we may also turn into, let's make it high density commercials there right next to the stadium, right? This is of course not finished yet because this building can still be having modules. We have the extension wing. This adds more students. That's an inbound one. Oh my goodness, it's another huge module. Then we have the paratites clinic, the practice clinic, and this one here adds 5% health within 1 kilometer. Gives me another patient capacity. I would like to build this already because before we finish the planning process all around it, so we can have this monster here then right next to the park, the parking lot, right somewhere here. And then we still have also the research facility and increases the chance for students of graduation. And this just increases, this graduation chance. And we could have it then already somewhere here then as well. Or on the other side. I think this would look better. We could also have it over there, but that's a bit further away then. Let's add it here so that we have the building itself stands freely. And around it we have then also our road. Right, so you have the road connection all around it, and here we can then still have some parks and stuff like that. Perhaps even a football park or tennis courts. Yeah, there are a few options available to us. Unfortunately, this is too big. This is definitely too big. A pool would be possible too. Oh, very nice. And once built, you don't even notice that there is a slope really, right? Because there is a wall, and the wall is of course better hidden than stone walls. And in that case here, it looks like it's on the same level even because you got then these beautiful buildings there as well. The red brick ones just beside the medical facilities here. Garbage problem, by the way, was not fixed at all. We still have the same amount of garbage problem here. Also, the landfill are all full, so we don't have any capacity more, and the processing barely changed there as well, while my garbage production has increased by another 50 tons. So this is definitely unbalanced right now. I can't say it any other way. Or perhaps I just don't get it. Honestly, that might also be an option, but really, this can't be true, right? We have so many garbage facilities at that point, and it's barely scratching my production of garbage. Lucky us, it doesn't really affect my happiness at all, so there is no change really to anything. So I'm happy with it. I still, though, feel that the symbols here annoy me a bit, right? Garbage is piling up, alright. Nothing else is happening out of that, though. So seems kind of like a bit of a broken mechanic there for the time being. And a little park finishes off this side here as well. And with that, we have the medical facility on that side and the technical facility on that side here. How's it looking, by the way, with the students? Yeah, almost halfway full, right? So we can still add the workshop upgrade here. This would increase the chance of students graduating. Poof, we would definitely like to have this. And another extension wing here for more students. That is something that, yeah, why not? Let's just add it already to make this one here really complete looking, right? It's a beautiful area, really. Parks we have, even sport parks there as well, a tennis court. We have the wings over there, so it's just really finished out of the box, right? You don't really need to add more around it then at some point. And hooray, with that we have it. Metropolis status. Great work. This is a major step forward. You are one step closer to greatness. 4.4 million credits we get out of that. That's amazing, and lots of development points as well. Metropolis cities. Right, and the next step is then the thriving Metropolis already. And I don't think we get anything new anymore at this point. Definitely not. But, of course, we have more points. And with that, we always get new things out of it that we can use. One of the new services is then the fire services, the fire station in particular. We only have the smaller fire station so far, and this one is the big one that we can then use. This also gives me the emergency shelter and the large emergency shelter together then with the early disaster warning. Though we need to be careful there with the development points. I can't invest anything there too much right now. And let's just have a look at this. And this also unlocks me the emergency and the disaster control area that we have. Though I don't think we're going to need that, hopefully, anytime soon. Anyway, emergency fire stations. As we can see, fire coverage in my city, it's lacking here and here. So we definitely do need to have something for these guys. We have a bit of space here in the center already that I would like to use for a nice big fire station. There it is, right here. Looking towards one of my smaller streets. On the back, we have then some room left for, yeah, some, I don't know, commercials probably right here. Let's make sure that we're not getting too close to the fire station. I don't want to have a big slope popping up here all of a sudden, right? And with that, we have the fire station services. And once again, it has lots of stuff. Helipad is, of course, the important one. We definitely want to have the copter flying around from this one. And also we have the disaster response unit. This is actually a special building once more. And ooh, once again, there is something here. Stone monuments. Once again, let's move them a bit further away here, but still keep them in the city. Right, and I definitely want to have one of these, also then overlooking into this direction, fill in the gaps. Training facilities inbound. This is increasing the efficiency and also more space for fire engines. That's also within the building itself. So with that, we have those two as well. Looking a bit naked there right now, of course, because there's still going to be, yeah, some, I guess, offices and also commercials then here. Let's add some offices here. Let's make sure it's not too close there. And then some commercials then as well. Right, but that's another big building here on that side. Probably, we don't have anything anyway, so this is fine. We have the road there already. This should improve my fire rescue and services once more. Night is dark, too dark to build sometimes, but we can still enjoy those buildings. The scale is still staggering to me, especially in the city center, the big ones. And I think this is just the perfect site for ending this episode, and we continue onwards in the next one. Stay tuned!